EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And able to get this out to the 25. Throwing to start the drive. Reed. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run. It's Rashard Smith. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Steeler defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass charge.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. The Ravens at 7 and 8 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard. And they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Gravity Lions.
A 1st down carry for Smith. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's a 2nd and 8. Richardson off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Richardson back to throw it. Pass complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
1st and 10 at the 19.
Here we go. Cougar 19. 18.
They go play action with Richardson. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
A 6-yard pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Come on. Set. Bronco 80. 6. Let's go.
They'll try to run down here with Ferguson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
70 range. 70 range. Here we go. Set. 19 tight. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Steady.
After running it, now Richardson will throw it. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught. Emeka Egbuka. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
And some room to maneuver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
19 Tigers. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, 38 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Ready.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Strike.
Richardson looking to throw. He finds Smith out of the backfield. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
19 strike. 19 strike.
Makes it
Dragon
3rd
60.
and 4.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
Richardson working from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
18.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Richardson going on 4th down. Room to maneuver at the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Albert O, 58 yards. And the Ravens take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Ravens 10.
touchdown now. It's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Check, ready.
Running left, it's Smith.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Cougar Knight, 70 Lions.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 9.
Drop 60. Here we go. Set. Liking 18.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And his throw is incomplete.
That's a nice job there, because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Richardson looking to throw this. Now he's going to step up and run. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football? And there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Tap to 60. Tap to 60. Get it. Steady.
Now Richardson.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready? 19 Lions. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
Richardson.
Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
Less than a yard.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Come on, come on. Ready?
They'll run for it here with Smith. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashard Smith with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Looking to throw. Reed. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Reed. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Steelers first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Steeler first down.
They'll look to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 21 yards away.
And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He's going to launch this thing right downfield. And the 7-yard line. The catch is made. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to move back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Ravens 24, Steelers 21. Bradley Pinion set to kick
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Hawk 70, Hawk.
Second and 1.
He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. Reed. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
These two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 71-yard attempt.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on a miss. He's past the 30. And he is finally going to be taken down. Boy, that could have been a really late swing here, but the attempt to return the field goal snuffed out. And that'll do it for this first half.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it. No, he didn't. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashard Smith
With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Steelers 21. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Throwing on second down. Richardson. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
Hawk 70, Dragon 60, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here comes the pressure for Richardson. And his throw here is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he is caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team...
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Jaden Reed. Incomplete. It's now third down and long.
Ninth play of the drive now on third and a country mile.
Here we go, here we go. 19, Tiger, 19, go.
Back to throw. Richardson will try and do this himself. He'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Steelers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick, obviously the block.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Dante Thornton, 65 yards. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Robinson with another carry.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Most of the damage has been done. Touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Reed. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Reed.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw again.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Reed. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
They go play action with Richardson.
And this one complete to Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good
good for a Baltimore first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
On the double.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll try the right side here with Smith. 42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10.
1965.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
19 Chargers.
Back to throw. Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in until you look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Trayvon Walker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Ready, break.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Let's go now.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Checks this one down to Robinson.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down.
Looking to throw. Reed. Now they'll tuck this and run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatlining. Level in everything he does, and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Reed. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Traffic there, and that's complete. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
19 Cardinal, 1970.
Looking to throw. Reed. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
12 yards between them and the end zone. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Reed.
To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. He'll try to pick it up himself.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked. Accelerating, and off he goes. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top of that touchdown. Now he's got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
49, Steelers 28. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its...
And this will be caught at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there. And they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
First down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the
60
33-yard
Eagles.
line.
60 Eagles. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Quick throw completed by Richardson.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they got to get to the 23 here on third.
18 Rattlers. 7 Pirates. 60 70 Lions. Panther 60. Panther 60. 18 Pioneers. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here we go. Here we go. Warriors 70. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready, ready.
Going for it on fourth. Here's Richardson.
That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Reed. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean,
crazy with this thing. Don't you know I'm loco?
I'm thinking it's all over when I go out. Oh, making my mind slow. That's why I don't with the big bro. I got to maintain, cause it like me is going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. In a riot, fat like a sumo, cleaving your face in the grass. You know, I don't take a dulo lightly. Just jealous cause you can't outright me or kick that style. Wicked, wow, happy face, never seen me smile. Rip that mainframe, I'll explain. Like me is going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the